everybody. So we are 1 month out post-surgery from our knee replacement, and I wanted to give everybody an update to kind of share my story, where we're at, progress, and where we're headed. So at 1 month, we have taken all of the bandages and staples and wraps off of the leg. So I will give you a view of that if you can stomach it. So if you can't, close your eyes. If not, here it goes. So you can get a little bit of a view. One moment. So hopefully you can see that, and we'll have more of those pictures of what the healing and the scarring looks like in months to come, so you can kind of see the evolution. From a regimen perspective with physical therapy, now your exercises are starting to change a little bit. We're working more on the flex and the bend. At 1 month, you should be past 90 degrees. You're supposed to have reached that a few weeks after surgery. And now you're working hard to just get even further into that back pull and bend. So a couple weeks ago, I reached 100 degrees, which is very hard. Let me tell you, it is hard work to get there. It doesn't want to naturally do it again unless you force it. So there's pain, but you really need to keep motivated. You need to keep positive and keep doing it, because it's going to pay off for you from a mobility perspective. Using your regimen at home that we talked about, so that's either morning, afternoon, or night doing your therapy, but again, also in keeping up with those therapy appointments. They're not going to be 3 days a week anymore. They're going to start to trend downward to twice or once a week, and eventually stop, but you don't stop. So you actually have to make sure you are committed into that momentum once you get past 1 month, because things are going to start to feel like a knee. They're going to start to feel like I can go out and do a few things, but you're going to then backslide and have a day of pain like I do. So that's just natural. You are starting to wean off pain medications, but they're still there. So you want to start to really kind of think about all of those things and kind of maintaining, but yet gaining some speed. Push yourself just a little bit. Of course, talk to your therapist about it, because everyone's journey is different. You don't push the same way I push, but you do want to start to gain that momentum, because that mobility is going to start increasing month over month and coming back to you. On the flip side of things, now after a month out, you should be able to start doing maybe some light housework. Again, from an activity perspective, the therapy is great. You're pushing that, you're changing it up, but now you want to start doing some daily living activities as well. So maybe if you were getting those groceries delivered, which did not work out so well for me, but I had someone to help me go get some in the hard times, maybe you start making little mini trips for like 10 or 15 minutes to get the milk, get the vitamin or the loaf of bread or whatever that is. Not a 2-hour grand shopping spree, but really start to incorporate some of that. A little bit of light house cleaning, different ways to get a little bit of laundry done, or maybe just clean up a little bit. Again, don't hurt yourself. Think about it. Be safe. But start to think about how you can do a little bit of that. It's all about motion and momentum and stretch and bend. Motion, momentum, stretch, and bend. Those are going to be key things for you over the months to come, as they are going to be for me, so that I continue to bend that leg up, get that range of motion back, get that balance, because we're working on some balance things as well. Because again, it's a little bit different having that metal plate in there, or those different metal parts. So I will talk to you again in month 2 to tell you where we've transitioned between prior to surgery, to surgery, now month 1, and where we're going. We might have one more video in between that, and that's really to focus on the transition itself. So we've talked a little about increasing movement and activity, but the transition itself is now we're going to start to go back into the real world, whether that be your school, your work, your community events. You're going to have to start getting back into that after this first month. So how do we do that? What are our plans? What are we preparing for? So we'll talk about that before we hit month 2, so look for that in a future episode. If you have comments about your journey or questions about from now to month 1 that maybe you want to ask or you want to share, please go ahead and do that in this video. Like it, share it. Maybe what I can help with you, you can help somebody else. And we will talk to you soon. Bye.